Partisan battle over the confirmation of Supreme Court Justice nominee Andrew McDonald goes to the House tomorrow. Last Thursday, Governor Malloy voiced his support for McDonald and urged lawmakers to put politics aside.
I hope this is not because he's a gay man, that he's being treated this way. I hope it's not because he and I have known each other for a long period of time that he's being treated this way. But I do know that the way he's being treated ultimately could have a very damaging impact on our legal system in Connecticut.
And also last week, a group called True Justice released this ad in a final push to convince lawmakers who may be on the fence about their vote. Watch this.
You can stop the hate from coming into Connecticut. Supreme Court Justice Andrew McDonald is under attack. You can stop this smear campaign now. Tell your state senator to confirm Andrew McDonald for Chief Justice.
All right, guys, we've been batting this around for a few weeks now. We've taken votes in the past. So what do you think happens tomorrow? And there is Trump and Pence, right?
Yeah,
it's not about Andrew McDonald. It's about Trump and Pence.
It's about Trump and Pence.
I just don't understand where this he's not being treated fairly. I mean, God forbid we have somebody go through a hearing and answer questions. They're going to run an entire branch of government. I mean, I don't think that asking tough questions and having him answer for some new things that have come up since he was made a justice is problematic. And I have to say, these attacks against Republicans and saying that this is some sort of a homophobic effort is not good for the gay rights movement. As somebody that's been an advocate and a champion of that effort for a very long time.
But can I just ask, what did Tony Boucher mean then when she said it would be a wedge issue?
I think it's really unfortunate that you're turning allies into enemies, because so many of these Republicans and so many Republicans that are running for office across the state and Republicans that are voters, they believe in gay rights.
Well, Tony Boucher, who's a Republican state senator, said that his support of LGBT community and issues would be a wedge issue for some Republicans. So, I mean, that's coming from a Republican saying that this would be an issue among other Republicans. So,
I think you're taking that completely out of context.
That out of context. She wasn't talking about LGBT
I don't know what she doesn't mean that. I know Tony well enough, and she's been very forthright about it. Let me just talk to this. These ads are being paid for by two lawyers whose law firms, one Pullman and Connolly, has gotten extremely rich. Yep. Through the Malloy administration. More power to them. The other attorney is Dick Blumenthal's old law firm. So let's call you know what a what. This is nothing more than politics, period. They're the ones creating the political dilemma. They're the ones that are calling Republicans haters and then turning around and asking people to call these state senators. It's making Republican opposition firmer, both on the facts and both on this political nonsense.
This is a political power grab.
Go ahead, Roy.
It's just, I think, first of all, nobody really questioned Andrew's qualifications for the job when he was first up to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court in 2013. Passed overwhelmingly in both chambers.
Sure.
Since then, he's written close to 100 opinions. The votes that people are questioning him on, it wasn't like he was the sole person voting that way. Clearly, politics has intruded.
Sure.
Now, whether that is because some people are homophobic, I don't know. It's political, for sure. And what they've done is they've taken a page out of the Republican playbook in Washington, and they have turned this nomination into purely a political play. I think he wins in the House. I think they pass him in the House. We'll see what happens in the Senate. I think it's going to be close. I think it sets a very dangerous precedent. Remember, at some point, unfortunately, you guys might control the governor's mansion again.
We'll have to leave it there. Hey guys, add former Greenwich hedge fund manager David Stemmerman to the long list of Republicans who want to be our next governor. Stemmerman's kind of been flying under the radar these past few months, spending some $2 million of his own cash on the race. What's Stemmerman's solution to our economics woes here in Connecticut? Watch this.
The only way to achieve a balanced budget is by restructuring the agreement with our state employees. The current deal is unfair to everyone. It is unfair to taxpayers who are paying for benefits they cannot get themselves. It is also unfair to state employees and their families, because they have been promised benefits the state has no ability to pay.
So Linda McMahon twice, Tom Foley twice. I'm sure there's a couple other people in there. So what do you think?
Everyone who supports David Stemmerman was standing right behind him there.
Yeah. Not exactly a well-designed announcement. I mean, I think, look, the Republican Party has gone down this road several times in the past decade. They've nominated very wealthy self-funders from Fairfield County who claim they have a business background that's going to fix it.
Ned Lamont.
Hang on a second. I was on the other side of that one as well.
Okay, so then we can't talk about that.
But hang on a second. So this guy has demonstrated absolutely no knowledge of government. He is apparently hiding from the other Republican candidates by refusing to go to these debates, which I don't understand.
He was going to do the debate this week.
The last one that got canceled.
Right. But if the Republicans want to nominate another self-funder to head up their ticket, I'm all for it.
Well, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, you know, at this point, when we're looking at the convention, right, which is the first contest for these guys, only 30% of the superdelegates are spoken for, which means 70% of them are on the board. That means somebody that's coming into this thing fresh maybe could get a second look from folks. I think obviously some of the hurdles that he's going to have to cross are the fact that, you know, we have nominated self-funders from Greenwich in the past, and so that's a hurdle he's going to have to get over. But I think that the state of Connecticut needs solutions, and a Republican, whoever it is going to have a better opportunity to change.
If I was a Democrat, I wouldn't be bragging about someone's lack of knowledge of government, because their 8 years of managing this government has led to disaster. So anyone...
Right, 10% smaller.
Are you going to go through that again?
Right, I know, because you hate these facts. They get in the way of your irresponsible rants, but that's a fact.
But that's right, and that's why our economy is soaring.
The Republicans
the 8th fastest growing economy in the country.
The 8th fastest. I'm sure everyone out there watching this feels a lot wealthier today than they did 8 years ago.
All right, final thought.
I just think that there's been so many, like Roy said, of these wealthy self-funders who obviously have no chance of winning, and they just become these vanity projects for them. Why don't they just give the money to charity? I mean, he obviously has no chance of doing anything.
Because they're doing so
like,
much
just
money
give the money to charity. I mean, Linda McMahon spent $100 million on these vain projects. She could have made a Marvel movie with that.
Is that how you feel about that, Lamont, too?
Leave it there, guys. Up next, special guest in the Cal Report studio. We sit down with United States Congressman and our pal, #1 Irishman in the state, John Larson. You do not want to miss this.